Finally, we have a good Marvel film. We haven't seen a good Marvel film since No Way Home. They've all been either completely mediocre or absolute dog shit. So there was a lot riding on this film. The last two Guardians films were absolutely amazing, and this film definitely lives up to expectations. Before this movie came out, a lot of people were saying that this film's going to be so emotional and you're going to be crying like anything. People are going to be dying left, right, and center. I won't give anything away, but I don't really see that here. Yes, it is emotional for sure. Like, there's some really dark subject matter in here, but whatever happens in the film, if you're a fan of certain characters, I'm trying not to give anything away, you will leave the theater happy. The film, the way it concludes, I don't know, it's hard to explain. You might be a bit sad, but you will be happy with the overall experience you just had watching this film. So this film really centered around Rocket. Rocket was literally the main character in this film. Even though he wasn't in it much, you'll know what I mean by that when you watch this film, but he is essentially the centerpiece of this film. But that being said, every single Guardian has their shining moment. Like, no one's left out. Everyone has their little moment in the film. And if it is what they say, that it's the last Guardians film, which I don't think it's going to be, you know, fucking, they make so much money, they're gonna make another one. But if it is the last one with all those characters together, they all really did have their moments, and I feel like if this is the way they're closing out their stories, they did a super good job. So yes, the movie does have this dark theme to it, but again, it goes for its light-hearted tone, like Guardians 1 and 2. They're all about comedy. This does the same, although I feel like if I'm comparing it to 1 and 2, I didn't laugh nowhere near as much. When I did laugh, I was fucking laughing. Like, there was some really funny moments in here, but for me, at least 60% of the comedy, it didn't hit. But because it's Guardians, I'm gonna give it a pass. Like, even the jokes that don't land, you're still smiling because the way they interact with each other, these characters, it's so much fun to watch. The first act of this film was really great. The second act, it really slows down a lot. They're really trying to give everybody, you know, their shining moment before they end the franchise. And I don't want to spoil anything, but they're trying to help this particular character, and they're going to different planets and locations and shit, and it is really slow. But then when the third act picks up, it's what you expect from Guardians. It's so much fun. And I think one of the biggest reasons the second act really dragged for me is that I knew from the beginning what the outcome for this character was going to be. It was just too predictable for me. But then at the end of the movie, they throw you this massive swerve, and I was pretty much fucking stunned, and I did have a tear in my eye, I'm not gonna lie. I was absolutely stunned, but then they do their typical happy ending, but I'm not complaining. It was well done. Sort of the way I expected it to end, but sort of not. But I don't know. The movie was solid. I'm not going to complain a lot about the film. And again, going on that theme that this is the first really good Marvel film since No Way Home, the CGI in this, I did not notice any bad CGI. For me, it was pretty much perfect. I didn't notice anything. Maybe on second viewing, I will see some shit CGI, but for me, it looked fantastic. The acting was great. The story I really liked. Yes, it was a bit slow, but oh well. This is just, I'm so happy that this turned out in such a good way. And James Gunn, credit to him. I've seen some posts say that the reason this succeeded is that it was a James Gunn film first. It was James Gunn, then a Marvel film, and I can really see that. He really put his own element into this movie and just ignored the way Marvel have been doing things, because the way they've been doing things is absolute shit. But this was so well done by him, and I really hope he doesn't completely ruin the DC universe, which for me, I'm not excited for that at all. But if those films are anything like this, they're going to be great. So overall, this is easily the best Marvel film since Spider-Man No Way Home, and thank God we've gotten a decent Marvel film. They've all been so bad. Just no excitement, boring on screen, shitty CGI, it's just been bad. So it is so good to see the Guardians do so well, and I really expected it. I expected this movie to be so solid. There was a little part of me that was thinking this is going to be complete shit, but thank God it wasn't. So I definitely recommend going to see this. I will definitely see it again. So I'm going to give this film an 8 out of 10.
Mantis, look out!
So if you've seen the film, let me know what you think. And thanks always for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.